Hey guys, welcome back to another Leetcode video. Today we're going to be looking at Leetcode 198 House Robber. This is a medium level DP problem. We're told that we're professional robber planning to rob houses along a street, and each house has a certain amount of money stashed. The only constraint stopping us from robbing each of them is that the adjacent houses have security systems that will automatically contact the police if two adjacent houses were broken into on the same night. So we can't rob adjacent houses. We're given an integer array nums representing the amount of money of each house, and we need to return the maximum amount of money we can rob tonight without alerting the police. So we're given two examples. In the first example, rob house 1, then rob house 3, and that's the maximum we can rob. We can't rob 2 and 1 because of the adjacency constraint. So how can we solve this problem? Well, with any dynamic programming, or with this sort of dynamic programming problem, we can use the same solution we would for Fibonacci number or climbing stairs, which is like a kind of like a greedy solution at each step. So let's just hop straight into the code and I'll explain it as I go along. So we're going to have two variables, rob1 and rob2. And rob1 is going to be the amount we could have robbed. So actually, let me put the code. So let's say for n in nums. So we're iterating through all the nums. We're at n now. Rob1 is the amount of money we could have robbed 2 houses ago. Rob2 is the amount of money we can rob 1 house ago. Which one do we take? Well, we can create a temp variable. We're going to say max of n plus rob1. We do n plus rob1 because the houses aren't adjacent, so we can add n to the number of 2 houses ago, or just rob2. If rob2 is greater than rob1 plus n, then we just return rob2. And we're going to set rob2 equal to this new temp variable. But before we do that, we're going to set rob1 equal to rob2 just to shift it along. So that's pretty much the same kind of solution we would have for Fibonacci number, or similar anyway, and climbing stairs. So what will we have once we finished our for loop? Well, rob2 will have our final maximum amount we can rob from all the houses which aren't adjacent. So we're just going to return rob2. So I definitely recommend kind of breaking it down and walking through the problem to better understand it, because it can be a bit of a brain twister. But once you kind of get the underlying concept, a lot of these DP problems have a very similar approach. So let's just submit the code. Let's check if it works. And we pass all 70 test cases with quite an optimal solution. So in terms of time complexity, well, we are iterating a single pass through the entire nums list. So it's going to be O of n time complexity, but space complexity, we've only got a couple of variables which are negligible. So there's going to be O of 1 constant space. So I hope you guys found this video helpful, and I'll catch you in the next one.